You're about to witness a triple shooting. A man in full camo gear crawls across the grass. Cops say he's armed to the teeth, sneaking up on his prey and unloading his weapon. The dramatic surveillance video shows the gunfire in Titusville, Florida. People running for cover. It left two best friends dead and their neighbor horribly injured. What happened on that hot summer night when Gary Hembry and Roger Pichor were shot dead?
He wanted us dead, and he got his way.
Gary and his girlfriend Kim were hosting a holiday cookout, and it seemed like the whole neighborhood was there to party. Everyone except Gary's old friend, Billy Woodward. Their friendship had turned as sour as lemonade.
I just remember, like, a bunch of arguing always happening over there. Like, whenever I was coming over, it would be fine until Billy got home.
Gary's son Corey says his dad and Billy, an Army vet, had a major falling out over something as minor as duct tape.
Billy was accusing my sister over the roll of duct tape of her stealing it.
In the weeks before the party, their war of words escalated. Billy flipping the bird, Gary turning Billy in for raising chickens. Billy, who says he has PTSD, claims Gary and his friends taunted him. And just like in a real war, this one quickly turns deadly.
My boyfriend is shot.
That's Gary's girlfriend Kim screaming in terror on the 911 call.
Everything inside of me, as a mother, as a girlfriend, as a human being, knew that this man was going to hurt somebody.
That man, according to cops, is the one who wasn't invited to the party, Billy Woodward.
This is where the shooting took place.
Gary's mom bravely takes Crime Watch Daily back to the shooting scene, demonstrating how cops described her son's bloody and horrific death.
He went over and he shot Gary, and Gary fell to the ground. And he went back to Roger, and he took his foot and flipped him over, his body over, and knelt down, and then shot Roger a couple more times. Gary yelled again. He was still alive, and he yelled again for the kids to run, and then he ran back over, and he just stood over. He just emptied his gun on Gary.
Cops say Woodward fired 31 shots during the spree. You heard right, 31 bullets, more than his 9mm Beretta held. So he had to reload.
He had 17 bullets in him. He had 29 entry and exit wounds. When my husband and I went to the funeral home to do the services, I wanted to kiss him on his forehead, because he never left me without a kiss. And they told me no. His head was blown off. Part of his head was gone. No wonder. I think his feet was the only thing that wasn't shot. This is my baby, That's my son.
Gary's next-door neighbor, Tim Blake, was shot numerous times and survived. Cops arrest Woodward without incident. And in the interrogation room, he tells the detective his account of what led up to the shooting.
We've been tormented for the last month by these people.
Okay.
And they've been tormenting my parents, making threats against them.
But Gary's son Corey claims the tormenting went both ways.
Billy was looking through his window with binoculars over towards us. So we sat down and we were looking over there too, just to see whenever he was gonna stop looking, but he never did. And he was just watching us for the whole time.
Just days before the shooting, both men were face-to-face in court, each trying to get a restraining order. Here's audio from that hearing, in which Gary says why their friendly relationship wasn't always so friendly.
It usually is good, but when there's a man standing in front of my house with a weapon on his side.
Woodward blames his behavior on the stress he says he got from combat during the first Gulf War.
Judge, I apologize for my outburst. I am a mentally disabled veteran who's medicated, who suffered head injury and combat stress, and I don't control my actions very well.
The judge denied both their requests. Woodward's attorney Greg Eisenmenger is making a sensational claim about why his client asked for that restraining order.
I'm talking about a month of domestic terrorism. We're talking about threats to burn down their home, to rape their daughter, to hire people to attack them. And it virtually happened on a daily basis, right up until the night that this finally accumulated.
Moments after that hearing over restraining orders, both men end up in the courthouse parking lot, where a violent argument erupts, and it's caught on cell phone video. That's Gary's girlfriend Kim screaming as the struggle turns physical. The cell phone is thrown to the ground.
You psychopath!
Listen closely as Woodward appears to make a threat.
I'm gonna find you on the street too.
She's screaming, you psycho!
According to the police report, Woodward said, "Arrest me, I just hit him." Cops did just that, charging him with battery and releasing him on his own recognizance. 5 days later, Woodward would be under arrest again. This time, it was serious.
In count 1, it's alleged first-degree felony murder.
Woodward, wearing a bulletproof vest at his arraignment, was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of first-degree attempted murder. He pleaded not guilty. And Woodward had 1 more bullet in his legal arsenal.
How?
The admitted killer immediately demands a special hearing. In a stunning move, the man who had stealthily ambushed his neighbors in the dark of night, pumping 31 bullets into them, was about to claim self-defense, saying the shooting is justified based on the Florida Stand Your Ground law.
I thought, how could you stand your ground when you invaded somebody else's property? It was pretty gruesome.
Coming up, the man who cops say killed 2 turns the Stand Your Ground law into a lightning rod case with a dramatic admission in court.
And that's when I yelled, "Yes, I got them all."